I'm Steve Johnson, president of Sinclair Community College. If there's one thing about Sinclair that I'm told time and again, it's that the students feel that all of the faculty and all of the staff really care about their success. It's something that's so remarkable working at Sinclair. It's so wonderful about this environment when the students feel that we're on their side. And we are. People know why they're here at Sinclair. People working at Sinclair know that we're about access and affordability. They know we're all about helping more students get more education faster for less money, and that our students will ever more reflect the diversity of our region. Students tell us time and again, they feel like they're important here at Sinclair. They feel like they're not a number. They feel like the faculty go the extra mile. They feel that the staff will do anything to help them be successful. At Sinclair, it makes it a really, really wonderful place to work when you know that you're all about the students, you're all about the success of our community, and you're all about the future.
Sinclair currently has approximately 3,000 employees. And that's going to include your faculty, our staff, our part-time employees, our adjuncts, and even our student workers. So that impact is huge.
The involvement of our employees outside of their normal job duties within the community, supporting students, supporting various community initiatives is really astounding. It's truly a community involvement, and we've all got that same goal of serving the students. It's really a pretty amazing thing.
If you take our 3 strategic priorities of growth, alignment, and equity, all of our employees, in one way or another, whether directly or indirectly, demonstrate that.
My name is Dr. Carrie Gigliotti, and I am a faculty member in chemistry, and I'm also the faculty coordinator for the LSAMP program.
The whole premise of this program is to encourage students to be more involved on the campus, to use college resources, and we focus on underrepresented minority students.
We want students to look at people in the STEM field and say, wow, you know what, there are people that look like me here and I belong here.
The mentor actually is something for me to be able to motivate myself to be successful.
I really had a hard time struggling in school, and sometimes Kim would shoot me a message. It would just make me realize, I can do this, I'm smart, and I can go far in life.
The mentor shares their experiences and their advice with you on whatever subject or whatever needs that you have with them.
Sometimes I would come with my concerns about maybe this isn't the right career for me, maybe I shouldn't do it, and she would share those experiences with me, and what she went through, just the exact same thing.
The mentor can act as someone who said, listen, I've been through this before, I can tell you a little bit about what my experience has been, and maybe you can take a piece of that experience and use it to your own advantage.
My passion is with helping students decide what they want to do and helping them reach their goal. It's not just about what class to take or what to do education-wise, because we are concerned about the student as a whole.
If you look at community and alignment, we have a lot of employees who are very active in our community. They are members of certain boards that are aligned with in our community. They represent Sinclair, and I think there's that connection with the community and the alignment.
The one activity I do outside of teaching is you can always find me in the community at different vendor and craft fairs. I volunteer a lot of my time with the youth at the Greater Dayton Recreation Center or with private organizations. I have been involved briefly with the West Dayton Strong project that Amaha Selassie has headed up that has to do with mentoring the youth in DeSoto Bass. I've also volunteered as a coach. I've coached youth basketball for ages 5 and 6. I've coached youth soccer for 3, 4, 5, and 6. Even though I don't teach children, I am very much passionate about the youth, especially since I am I have a son that is that age, so we're all about engaging and just letting them know that there are people in the community that do care and that do good work, and I just enjoy being a representative of Sinclair.
It does take a lot of extra time out of my schedule to participate in a lot of these activities. Things happen on the evenings, on the weekends. Some of the projects I have to work on the computer late at night. And it does take away time from my family. Sometimes my family comes with me. We have a biotech club hike. Here come my kids with me. But I think working at Sinclair, if you're not already passionate about your subject area or about helping people in general, helping people get the training they want to get the job they want, not everybody has to go through all this college. That's kind of a myth. But a lot of our programs are job training towards that targeted job that will help them live the life that they want, that will help their family succeed. And I think when we help the community, when we help everybody, we all get a little raised up. And I think that's why we do stuff on campus. We want to make our community better, our community all at a higher level.
I'm Laura Walker. I'm an associate professor in fire science. So why did I pick up firefighting to begin with? And I know it's very cliche, but I wanted to help my community. I had graduated with my bachelor's and I was working full-time, and I wanted to do something to help the new community that I moved to. I had several firefighters that I looked up to growing up, and they were volunteers. They had their career, and then they were a volunteer firefighter, and that was something that I wanted to do. People don't know that I commute, that I live an hour and a half or 70 plus miles away. They don't realize that I have twins that are 7 and Wyatt who's 5 and a husband. They don't realize that I work a part-time job, that I also commute to go to school in Columbus, that I teach at Kettering this semester, and I volunteer. I don't ignore my community beyond that. My family's involved in 4-H. We always have been. We help with a 4-H club, and we do things related to our community and our 4-H club.
If you look at growth, we want to increase the enrollment of our students and our employees, whether they have direct or indirect connection. They have a role in increasing our student population. Let me give you an example. One example would be if it snows and our campus is delayed. Our employees, our maintenance guys, our facility guys are out early in the morning to ensure that there is access for employees and most of all for students to come in and go to work and go to their classes.
When I'm out and about cutting grass or mulching, if someone has a question on where a classroom is, I can point them in the right direction. The things that I do around here I really enjoy. I'm proud of my work and I love the work environment here. A couple of the tasks that I have: mowing grass, making sure the campus is free of trash, mulching, mowing, snow removal. All of us play a part in how Sinclair operates, from staff to faculty to whomever, to help our students succeed.
The driving force is to see that student succeed here, which could be anywhere from a student who gets their GED, decides to go on and get a 2-year degree, decides to go on and get a 4-year degree, with our assistants getting them that guidance to do maybe a UD Sinclair Academy or a Wright State double degree. But the true passion comes in seeing that big smile on their face and knowing that you help them with that next step, whether it's someone who's been de-regged from a class and doesn't know how to get back in that class, someone who might be an adult who has not finished school and now finds themselves unemployed and really looking to reconfigure themselves for the next 25 years that they continue to work. Knowing that I have the greatest facility staff, the greatest marketing team, the greatest mailroom. I know that when I do whatever project I do, I can go to any department on this campus and know that I'll get full support. Is pretty impressive that you can go to a campus that employs over 2,000 people and yet everybody works as a team for the end result, which is that student success.
I think that everyone that works at Sinclair is here to help the students navigate through the education system that sometimes can be overwhelming. Sinclair's a big place, and students normally are coming from a high school that's a lot smaller environment. And so I think everyone that works here tries to make that easier for students so that they can be successful right from the beginning. And I think in order to work at Sinclair, you have to love helping people. You know, Sinclair is about helping people better themselves, giving them the opportunity to succeed in life. And, you know, this is a perfect place to do that.
If you are a faculty member, you'd have direct contact with our students in the learning process. If you look at equity, our employees are very diverse. Our students are also reflect the diversity of the region. So all three of those strategic priorities are tenets of our employees.
I'm passionate about Sinclair. I think Sinclair is it's the best place I've ever taught, because at Sinclair, I have students who are incredibly diverse. And I don't just mean racially or ethnically diverse, but I have that too. But life experience. And when you mix those groups together, you get a much richer educational experience than if everybody is at the same stage in their lives and they can share, you know, their knowledge and their skills. And that's what makes it such a rich experience. So Sinclair in that sense is something that I'm passionate about, and I've been here for 12 years doing what I do, and I love it.
I hope the students take away from my classes that become more creative, not only improving their skill in art, but more able to think creatively in any situation and being able to apply the creative problem skills that I present in an art class to whatever they might do in their life. I love teaching at Sinclair. I like the diversity of the student body. I like the variety of people I get to meet. I have students of all ages, from high school students to senior citizens. I have students from all sorts of economic and cultural backgrounds. I enjoy interacting with my international students, so I find it a really fascinating place to teach just because of the variety of people I get to work with.
We express that passion for our work and that compassion and that nurturing for our students every day in our work, whether you're on the front lines in the classroom as a faculty member or whether you're in the student services or helping students navigate the process.
One of the things I really like about being able to teach at Sinclair is just the diversity of students that I'm able to encounter with. Being able to learn with so many different types of students, whether it be through how they identify themselves via race, ethnicity, gender, religious or spiritual beliefs, age. It's just really an incredible thing. I think the more that we actually sincerely sit down and listen and learn from each other, the more that we actually do understand people are more alike. We all want basically access to the equitable things that ensure us to have a positive quality of life. And once we are able to converse about that, we can learn from that, we can build with that. You'll be really amazed just how small and how common our worlds really are.
I think it's Sinclair's culture. We attract a unique servant leadership style because that's what's prevalent here at the college, and our unique mission of serving the students, the community, and that servant leadership style is something that's just really intoxicating by rolling up your sleeves, sitting side by side with a vice president, working on an initiative, and everything is revolved around the student. You may not be sitting in a classroom teaching, but it might be giving a student directions to a class when they're lost, or it might be mentoring a student. From an HR perspective, we've got students interested in pursuing that as a career path. So what better way to get information about that career than sitting side by side with somebody that's working it day to day? And I think those are the maybe informal opportunities that we offer students that it's just, it truly takes a village, to serve our students. And I think everybody's got the buy-in of the overall goal.
We do a lot of outreach for students in high schools and also elementary schools. So I've gone out to various schools at the request of them to do genetics topics. So I teach them about Punnett squares, which is really fun. I'll go out to do that. We also bring students here. So we have a lot of tech prep people that come in, CCP students that come in for visits, but also we do a lot of work with homeschool students. So students who don't have access to labs and are not able to do things, we bring them here. And we've been doing this for 5 years now. They come every semester and we do different types of experiments, and it's all volunteer based in terms of who does it, but the students love it and they keep coming back and back and back. And the nice thing is that we can see these students from when they're like 7th grade through senior year, and then a lot of them actually come to Sinclair, so we get to see them as students too. So that's really a rewarding thing that we do as well.
So I see a lot of, really creative and innovative things going on around campus. I see new organizations popping up all the time, new mentorship programs to assist with our very diverse pool of students. I particularly took the route of trying to leverage social media. I think that it's really important, and certainly with the student population that we have today, they respond well to that. I thought that it would be great if we started to create series where students could see people that look like them, that they aspire to be, and to recognize that they could do those things and actually can be in that position. I think that that's really powerful, right? When you're watching a video and you see somebody that's, taking a similar career path that you intend to take, and they get to that ultimate goal, I think that you can be nothing but inspired by that. So that was the goal of a lot of the series that I initiated.
So if you're going to ask me, what do students not know about me? I can tell you that they know everything about me because we share our stories with each other. And that's the greatest gift of my career is building that connection with my students and then watching them build connection with each other. And in a classroom where, there are people from all over the world, from all different backgrounds, and you watch them build connection, it's the greatest thing in the world. It's magic. And it's why I love teaching here.
The thing that I hope that students take away the most is that this is a caring profession. At times, we have to balance this idea of I like the stress, I like trying to help people in a crisis, but we have to remember that we're helping people. And so there are families that are involved, there are patients that are scared, there are children that are scared, and we need to be that comfort that provides more than just the Band-Aid, more than just the medication. We need to provide the human touch.
We recognize our employees because we have award-winning employees. We recognize them in the sense of their tenure here. We have employees who've been here as little as 5 years up to 40 years, and they have an opportunity to be recognized. There is the Peace Award for our support staff and professional staff that focuses on being professional, being innovative, and the customer service that helps our students succeed. So yeah, there are a lot of awards that we are handed down because of the mission that our employees believe in.
Every year we want to recognize employees for their accomplishments throughout the year. They have different categories that we recognize them in. Some for their years of service. We have as low as 5 years of service, and I've had some years where we've had people being recognized for 35 years of service. And that's a little rare these days that you get to see that. Also, there are students who, there are employees who have completed their higher secondary education, so they've advanced degrees have been earned. So we like to recognize them for that period of time. And then we also have those who have retired, who have served the college for quite a bit of time and they're retiring. So throughout that year, we develop a list of names of folks to recognize, and then we invite staff out and their managers and their families to come out and join in that celebration with us. So it's really a nice time, because sometimes that's the only time an employee may really get recognized for what they're doing, and so we really have a good time.
I've been teaching here now about 30 years.
I believe that somebody has something. And when I say that, I mean, find that gifting that they have. Encourage it, blow over it like a flame and see it flower. And you never know what it is, but if you believe that there's something there, it starts. You see some development and you're able to help or direct. And I think that's really rewarding to me, because you're dealing with people's lives, not just a program. And Sinclair allows me to do that. They provide resources, they believe in it. I mean, Sinclair is the only community college in this state that is nationally accredited by the National Association of Schools of Music.
Seeing other people take the initiative and go above, that definitely inspires me and helps me also do the same. And yes, like the levy, I did spend a lot of time on that. It started actually on my son's first birthday, so we did dual duty, and we were at the headquarters canvassing and getting that all set up, and then also having a party at our house at the simultaneous time. So we split, but we made it work. And then when I do things that are extra hours or whatever it may be, it's not, I bring him along, my kid, he's pretty flexible. But it's, I don't know, it's not something that I really think about. I just do it.
I don't know who the girl was, but she was young. Maybe 17, maybe 18, 19? I'm too old to tell the difference anymore. We were standing outside between buildings 2 and 3. I remember her eyes were wide open, that involuntary openness that plagues the fearful who only want to put one foot in front of the other and make it to their destination. She was flanked by 2 women. Must have been Mama and Mama, because they all shared the same eyes. Only Mama looked more determined than afraid. And Mama, she looked proud. I saw Mama tap the girl's arm a little, as if to say, "Speak up, girl. Don't be mealy-mouthed." Hi. I want to start school here, but do you know what office, where I might find, how can I get started? Yeah, you're almost there. A few more steps, I say. Let me show you the way. We, friends, family, citizens for Sinclair, did not email, post, tweet, Instagram, knock on thousands of doors, input the data, flip open phones, and call thousands upon thousands of citizens. We did not stand in the drizzle at polling places, red hoodies as our billboards. We did not harass, chat with every family member, friend, and neighbor, every man and woman of voting age we know, and sometimes children, if we thought the child had any sway over their voting age mama or daddy. We did not do all of this for $28 million. Okay, yes, we did do it for the money, but we know what those votes and dollars stand for. Trust. Plain and simple. Trust. That girl lost between 2 and 3. She trusted me to help her order her steps in the right direction. And just as important, her mama trusted me, and her mama trusted me, and her neighbors trusted me, and her community trusted me. And me, I trust you. Every day, I trust you. Whether it's Kirby in financial aid, who I just met last week, or Tim in advising, who I've known for years, or Steve, whose work here is so very different from mine. I trust you to show the way, and sometimes to make a way. And I think you trust me too. So for each day of the next 5 years or 10 years before we rev up for the next campaign, let's continue building these paths, showing the way, and trusting one another.
Sinclair employees, the faculty, the staff, the student employees, we all know why we're here. We're here to help more students get more education faster and to have that education aligned with the community and have our students ever more reflect the diversity of our region. And we're always a little bit dissatisfied. We're proud of what we do at Sinclair, but we're always just a little dissatisfied because we know we can do better, and doggone it, we do. Every year that passes, we strive to get better, more accessible, higher quality, better at embracing diversity. All of these aspects that make an excellent college, an excellent partner in the community, an excellent resource for workforce development and community development and educational development. All those things are better at Sinclair because of the people working here. The faculty and staff are proud to work at Sinclair. They're proud, they should be proud. They are so good. They are so talented, yet they're always just a little dissatisfied. And I love that because it drives them. It drives them to be better, to be more accessible, to improve quality, to improve diversity. And at Sinclair, they do it. At Sinclair, it's not just a slogan. It's a way of life. It is a way of life. It's what we do at Sinclair. It's what the faculty live, it's what the staff live, it's what the student employees live. We live student-centered lives. And it makes all the difference in the world. The students feel it, we feel it, the community feels it. And it's why Sinclair Community College is a really important resource for Southwestern Ohio.